obvious. You just laid down. Hi, Nasha. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Pete. Hey, you guys, today we're going to go over some questions. The social media question of the day. We're also going to talk about the principal down here in Houston who implemented a dress code for the parents. It's a lot of people that don't like it. You have some people that do like it. But how you guys doing out there? Let me share this in the proper places. It was hot. Let me share this in the proper places. All right, we got it going on YouTube and Facebook. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Let me get some screens shared. What's up, Vincent? How you doing down there in Alabama, Mr. Beckles? Getting some things set up. All right, you guys look like I'm good to go. Salik on YouTube, how you doing, fam? Peace, peace, peace. Peace, Salik. Hey, Vincent, man, I got to come down there and check you out in Alabama, man. How is it down there, though? Because, you know, I'm in Houston. You know, in Houston, it's popping. What's going on out there in Alabama? When I hear Alabama, man, I don't know if I hear the same excitement as I hear when it comes down to other cities, might I say. What's going on in Alabama? What's up, Vince? Nice to see you, man. Man, I'm proud of you. I still remember you made the best deep fried steak I ever tasted in my life. I don't know if you remember that. Me and Vince was roommates for a while. What grade was I in, Vince? I think I was in 11th grade, 12th grade, something like that. We got the screen up over there on Facebook. I got the screen up over here on YouTube. Thanks for sharing, Prince. Thank you. I can't wait to share meme talk or meme news. Always welcome. It's hot and humid. It's humid out here too. It's humid in Houston. It wasn't so humid today, but it's getting there. You know how it go when the summertime comes, the humidity comes with it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Salik, man? What you doing today on this fine afternoon, evening, wherever you are? I'm going to go ahead and get into this question. Meme knowledge. Okay, Prince Hayes, meme knowledge. That's the correct name for the show. Prince always has interesting takes on everything. Everything. If you want an interesting take, make sure you catch meme knowledge. So look, the question at hand is, do wealthy celebrities have a responsibility to give back to their communities? So when you get the bag, do you have to give back? Again, do wealthy celebrities have a responsibility to give back to their communities? So we're going to scroll down and see what the people think. You guys, if you get a chance, share. If you haven't yet, go over to YouTube, go to the Soapbox Heroes channel and hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells. I appreciate it. I would appreciate it. I mean, if you want to keep people like me out your window at night, I suggest you do what we ask you. No, I'm just playing. Okay, the first answer, Chris Evers says no. Dana Douglas, thanks for tuning in. Whenever you come this way, again, I got you, bro. Man, don't play with me. Rashawn, how you doing, brother? Do you have to? No. But if you do, it shows your character. Okay, Sean, I hear you. I hear you. Rashawn always check in with that. He bring a whole lot. He's a very rational person, I've come to realize. I like listening to his comments and stuff. Second person, we have Nas Johnson says, they should attempt. That will always be my end goal in life. I will become rich enough to give back one day. I feel it's only right. Secondo Washington says, no. Mr. Prince meme knowledge says, absolutely. We all have a responsibility to help each other. We all have a responsibility. Then Jason Boyd hit him with the why. Prince says, you mean what's in it for you? Because why is obvious. Okay, Prince saying, hey man, are you asking if there's anything in it for you? Vince, okay, Vince says, no, but if your community supports you to get to the top, yes, you should. Straight from Alabama. Started from the bottom. Now we here. I hear you, Vince. No doubt about it. Let me see. I was just scrolling down. Jason Fletcher says, it should be an unwritten rule to do so, especially in inner cities. No one makes it alone. We, particularly Blacks, Hispanics, have that I make it, you make it mentality. Okay, he's saying we should help each other because it seems that in Black and Hispanic cultures, he's saying that we have that, once I get it by myself, once I get it, you could get it. I have no need to help you. You help yourself. So he's saying we should get past that. He said it should be an unwritten rule. Les Harris II says, no, they don't. But it is a blessing if they do help out the less fortunate. Give them a push. Okay. Art says, no. Plain and simple. 2 letters. I hear you, Art. What you say, P? How many Christians are on this thread? I don't know. I don't know if any. Let him know if you guys in the comments. Let him know if you in the comments. But I don't know the number. Misty McBride Pressu says, it certainly is a choice, but it seems many are very hypocritical and not in touch with the real world. She's saying there's a lot of hypocrites running around and that they're not always in touch. Okay, I hear you. Prince, you're going to assume most? I would probably believe that just based on things. Let's see. Clifford Sims says, shit, why not help the community that made you who you are? All right, Cliff. Shout out to Cliff. Camille Edgerson says, no, but they should give back into their community because the ones in the community are also the ones that are supporting the celebrities as well. Okay, she's saying, hey, it's the community that's supporting you. So why don't you support back? Glenda Randolph Bates, and Glenda was one of the first people to encourage me to continue with So by Glenda. I want to say shout out to you, Glenda. I'm so glad you always participate. What did Glenda say? Glenda says, they always have, always will. Their community happens to include Wall Street, prison industry, police departments, politicians, oil and land for which they eagerly invest in, wars and military forces to keep it. Ooh, she's saying they investing in the wrong things. That's what it sounds like. She's saying that the celebrities, when we talking about their community, she's saying their communities are Wall Street, prison industry, police departments, politicians, oil, and real estate. Wow, that's a twist on it. That's a real twist on it, Glenda. Okay. All right, you guys here, ponder that. Valerie Harris says, they should. If it wasn't for the communities, they wouldn't be where they are. And then some guy named Tyrone Irvin, I don't like him a lot. Sometimes I wish he would just not jump on the thread. He says, a lot of people make it without their community. Valerie Harris says, Tyrone Irvin, no one makes it without the help of someone else. And I do mean no one. It takes, I got to back up from the screen. It may not be outstanding help, but it's some type of help. Hell, in order for you to get where you are. And I said, Valerie, I understand what you're saying. I'm simply saying that everyone doesn't make it because of the help of their community. Some make it without their community. Hi, Cherie Jenkins. I think should, but that's a decision. Okay, Prince, so they're capitalists. Yeah, that's what that sounds like. You're talking about Glenda's response, right? Vince, I mean more of pay your tithes to your childhood church, give your elementary school and high school or high school. Prince says, Jesus never said anything about paying tithes. Okay, that might be something to talk about. Did Jesus talk about paying tithes? Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Let me get back to this over here. Over here. Valerie Harris says, okay, if you think so, I know different. And I said, I know differently as well. I know a celebrity that grew up in a good home, went to college far away, and now plays professional sports. His community never helped him. I'm not talking about friends or family. I'm talking about their community. All right. Hi, Katina. Hey, greatness. Glad you could tap in for a second. And all I was saying right there was basically, I understand what she means, that everybody needs some help. When I was talking about the community, I meant like your surrounding neighborhood, the city you came up in. I didn't mean like your support system, your mom, dad, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunties. I meant your surrounding community. The community could be where you live. Very true. Very true. Very true. Nope. What you saying nope to, Rashawn? Nope. Jesus didn't say nothing about tithing. How's your day, Cherie? How's your day? Let me get to it. L. Martin says, yes. Stevie Broussard. And Stevie Broussard was a wonderful running back in the NFL. He's a good person to give an opinion on this, you guys. So listen to what Stevie says. Good question, Tyrone Irvin. I believe people in general should give to others. Example, money, wisdom, insight, love, tough love, ear to listen, shoulder to cry on, humbleness, your understanding, your fear, your tears, etc. Believe most people will follow their heart. I don't know if there's a right answer to the question. My response to Stevie, there is no wrong answer, but I think yours is brilliant and thoughtful, because I do think what he said was brilliant and thoughtful. He was saying there's a lot of ways to give. It's something you have to figure out. LaRonda Lavish Ford says, if I get rich, I ain't giving back shit. Ugh. You know how many times I almost died in my community and had to fight? She said, F that. I'm going back somewhere far away and enjoy my money and never looking back. Ooh wee. Gotta take my hat off. She said, I'm leaving and never coming back. She said she was left to die a few times in the community. Christopher Evers says, LaRonda, exactly. Ooh, okay. All right. All right. They kind of went the other way. Corey Carr says, no, but as a person who has achieved, they should employ their people. Okay, good point, Corey. He's saying if you achieve, employ your folks. Okay, Cherie, she's right. Curtis Jokes. I say give back to the youth. They are the future. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. They are the future. They are the future. Let me scroll down a little more. Scroll a little more. Diana Ryan says, a moral responsibility. Here, let me press see more before we go too far. All right, Diamond. A moral responsibility. How many billions and multi-billion dollar homes do you aspire to obtain until it becomes excess wealth? When you see deeds like the Smiths have done, Will, Jada, Jaden, and Willow, and their work with the Flint water crisis, something that most take for granted until it's turned off, or worse yet, it's poisonous. When we see these types of actions carried out, we know that it's an act of moral responsibility. Okay. Folks like that, they get it. They know how important it is to be able to make a difference in the world, acting for our moral character. But lately, I find more than ever, Americans has lost their morals. So she's saying the nation has lost their morals. What have they done? You talking about the Smiths, Prince? I seen they were doing something in Flint. I don't know exactly what they're doing in Flint, but I know they're doing something with the water. I think I saw that. I think his name is Jaden. Did some type of water cleaning process, something like that. I'm gonna have to brush up on that. That is something that I think I need to know. And then Eric H. Miller says, Diamond Ryan, facts. Lady Vernell says, no. Lauren Sanders says, yes. Donnell Smith was out there yesterday in Compton with the NAACP doing the work that he does, trying to make things better for you and me. Donnell Smith says, that's a responsibility, whether you're a celebrity or not. Other cultures do it regardless. Okay. I said, once again, you're the winner. If we expect celebrities to give up bread, we could give up $10 sometimes too. And that reminds me, is today Wednesday? That reminds me. Glad we did this one today. Meanwhile, okay, Rashawn says, meanwhile, folks praise Magic Johnson for a movie theater in the hood. He could do a lot more. Kobe Bryant as well. I feel like any athlete that plays in the area for long as they did should do a lot more for their community. And look, Rashawn, let me ask you this. I'm not trying to come off a certain way either, but just think about it. You know, we try to be objective. Is opening a movie theater something for your community? It's like, because somebody told me something the other day and they were talking about Magic Johnson and they said he opened up movie theaters, restaurants, and Starbucks. And I said, yeah. And there weren't no discounts. Those are for-profit businesses. And so I understand about the hiring practices, but far as just giving back as if the restaurant or a Starbucks itself is giving back, like, what do you think about that? Do you think that should be considered giving back? Like, are we giving too much credit, too little credit? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like I'm coming off the wrong way. It's just something that I've been thinking about lately when we hear about people helping. Well, they'll be like, well, they're helping, but they're helping profiting. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying nobody should make a profit at all. There should be things that work together. But I'm just saying, are we giving them too much credit sometimes? If I buy 5 condos and I lower the rent $200, but I raise the rent on my condos across town, am I helping? All right. Naya Lingera says, yes, because it's the community who supports them. She also says they could build industry, grocery stores, things to put their people to work. Plus, it's profitable to them as well. Bam. That's just what that's a lot of what I was just saying. It is profitable to them as well. So yes, maybe just taking a chance to do things in the community is giving back. So yeah, there's a few ways to look at it. Johnny Lee Youngblood says, I think so. Lamont Gooch the Great says, no, not at all. Kenny Moore says, only a moral one. Okay. Robert Kelly says, you guys go check Robert Kelly out one time. Go listen to some of his videos on the political climate and what's going on in politics. He's a very, very smart individual. And he'll answer questions. Something you want to know, I'm sure he'll help you find out. Robert Kelly says, yes, but they get to decide what their community is. And they get to decide how much and when. So he's saying you get to decide what your community is. Nobody could basically dictate to you what your community is. Brian Hook says, facts. Then I chime in, I said, deciding what your community is makes sense. Reading these comments, it seems everyone thinks that every celebrity comes from the same type of community or was helped by the community. Some make it to celebrity with no help from the community that everyone, or from the community that everyone is thinking about. And my thinking is, it seems like a real general consensus is when we think celebrities, we think of a certain kind of celebrity, and we think they all come from one kind of community. And that's just what I'm getting, assessing the other comments and stuff. Chris Evers says, nope. I became semi-successful and all that despite my community. If anything, it tries to hold you back or feel guilty. If someone wants to, a personal decision. If someone wants to, it's a personal decision. You guys don't mind my eyes. I got a real big screen in front of me. My eye my eyes go all over the screen trying to read a word. Will Ryle says, you guys go check Will Barbershop out. Go to his page, chop his info. I think Will is out there in Riverside. So if you're in Riverside, Moreno Valley, San Bernardino, Rialto, any of them areas, go check him out. There's a few good barbers out there. I have a few good barber friends, and Will is definitely one of them. Will says, yes, they do. And when they don't, it's a reason society is where it is right now, where we are right now. So Will is saying, yeah, and if they don't, that's what the problem is in society. Gert the Guile says, yes, their community made them celebrities. Now I should take your time. I'll take my time. But no, really, I can't see. If I sit back like this, all right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit back and I'll just come back to scroll down. Let me scoot back. All right, that is better. Bridget Vincent says, moral obligation to want to help people is great. I'm not rich, but I give back to people less fortunate than me every payday. Okay, Bridget, that's commendable. That is commendable. Bridget also says, if you ever been a menace to society at any point in your life, then hell yeah, you should give back to the community. LOL. Hey, the Johnsons, how you doing? Take my time like the church folks, the Johnsons. I'm gonna take my time. I just can't see. Think I'm gonna go get me some specs. I'm trying to get over the fact that I'm not young anymore. Melvin Lucas says, a person don't have to give nobody nothing if they don't want to. People in the community need to help themselves. Okay. Melvin said it's nobody's responsibility to give you nothing. Nothing. I'm singing the Johnsons. You know, every now and then I got to tune my vocals up. Jakari Brookins, AKA Bang, said it says, they don't make it off the community. The community, your biggest haters. Okay, we having a couple people say that the community might be success blocking. Success blocking. I said, I was thinking the same thing, kind of. Some people make it without the help from their community. And I guess that's my point. I'm just saying some people do make it without the help of their community. We don't all come from the same community. Norman Luckett says, nope. Ethel Pickett says, how you doing, Ethel? I'm glad Ethel checked in. Ethel says, no, they don't. But if they have any integrity and any respect for where they come from, whether the community helped them or not. Great example, LeBron James. I hear you, Ethel. Ethel's saying whether they helped you or not, you still have a responsibility to help, or at least you should. Okay. All right, Ethel. That was a strong comment. She said, hey, it don't matter whether your community helped. Margaret Webb says, if they want, and that's with anybody, it's a choice that we make. David Briscoe says, to much whom is given, much is required. Nick Tavaloni simply says, nope, nope, nope. How you doing, Precious Mumford? Thank you for checking in. Nasha says, it takes a village, though. Cherie Jenkins says, some are haters. Okay, Cherie. Prince, I went to Magic Johnson Theater a few times. Every time I went, I got into a fight. Man, hey, I used to go to the theater and the Fridays. And the Fridays used to be fun until it wasn't fun no more. Till them guns came out. You know what I mean? Sharonda Davis says, I feel the life lessons you learn, some things that God has planned for. You gain insight on what another person faced. When you make it out of that, that's where you put back. You give tools to others like you help them see your way out. You understand how they feel and why and what's needed. Everett Glenn says, we each have an obligation to pay it forward, celebrity or not. One of the reasons Black folks remain at the top of the list of bad things and the bottom of the list of good is that we have been brainwashed by the European sense of rugged individualism. Okay. Hit that C more. We should especially help those who help us. Unfortunately, too many of us forget as soon as we have a few dollars. Karma is a bitch. Though, as we reap what we sow, guaranteed. Okay, Everett. Everett had a lot to say. I know Everett does programs for young athletes out there. Olga Harrell says, no. Then she says, great question. Why, thank you, Olga. Sometimes I ask a question and people be like, that's stupid. They be mad at the questions. They just questions. This is just a little bit of practice of communication. Alessandro Sosa, man, what's up? I need a painting. I need to holler at you. I don't know what this is popping up on my screen. I need a painting. If you guys need a painting, go check out Alejandro Sosa's page. And look, he be doing stuff freestyle live. You guys remember the man with the afro back in the day? The white guy with the afro, and he used to get on there and paint the pictures of like water with a bird. Go check out Alejandro Sosa, y'all. Go check out Alejandro Sosa, y'all. Fire. Will Rao says, selfish ass reasons and thought processes is why the hood is so cutthroat. Imagine the hood you grew up in, everybody gave back and created for another, regardless who they are. 100. Nipsey just proved to the world how much it's needed. Wake the F up. I hear you, Will. Jason Logan says, Nipsey showed these bitch ass more butter than guns, fool. Of course. Give back or eventually you'll lose it all or die alone. Jason says you'll end up dying alone. Chris Rosson says, what percent do we give to God? Jason Paulette says no. Kyle Irby, black ones do. Olga Harrell says, I'm looking at these responses and I truly see we have an issue in the black community. These people owe us nothing. Black people and every other race, this applies to you. No one owes you anything. You must earn work for everything. Olga say, nobody owe y'all nothing. Nothing. Yeah, thanks, Alejandro, for tuning in, man. Thanks for tuning in. Again, hey, I'm serious. I'm not saying that because he's tuning in. I say it even when he's not tuned in. Go check him out. Real talk. Real artist. Real artist. Hey, Alejandro, I seen that you had got some new paints a couple weeks ago. And then I was seeing that you had got a new canvas. You was talking about the thicker canvas. Maybe one day you could do some you could come on and talk about some art stuff and tell people the differences in the different canvases and the different paints and the different things of that nature, because I do know a couple people, I know a couple young people who are aspiring to do things like that and aspiring to learn art. And man, somebody with your talent, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Ray Barnes says, wealth does not matter. We all should be giving back. For some reason, we put it all on them and sit back and wait. Okay, Ray? Saying we putting it all on them. Oh yeah, I'm well, the Johnsons. I'm glad you good. And I'm sure you're gonna be even better than good soon. Don't claim that eye problem. Eat some berries and get them eyes right. Yes. What kind of berries? Let me know. I'm gonna go get a bats of them immediately. Curtis Joke says, okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, Alejandro. Bet. See. Charlie Mincy says they should, because if it wasn't for the community, they wouldn't be where they are now. Olga Harrell replied, let me open up the reply. And again, I like doing this, you guys. This lets us know what other people think aside from ourselves. I actually think it's a healthy practice. That's why I do it. Oh, did I forget? Eric H. Miller says, yes, absolutely. Didn't want to miss one. Olga says, not true. Black people rarely buy albums or videos. We bootleg that stuff, and the whites who buy it out the stores. She's saying we're not supporting each other. We bootlegging. Bootlegging. Larnell Palmer says, no, it's a choice. Mr. Palmer, you guys go check Mr. Palmer out. Ronnie Wilson says, I believe the only thing that prevents wealthy people from giving back to their community is the fear of being poor and greed. He say they fear being poor again. I don't want to be poor again. I ain't going back to the hood. And greed. Keisha Fletcher says yes. Okay, Keisha. Keisha says yes. And let me say, and when we do these, I always try to make sure that I give my answer too, so it don't seem like I'm just asking a question and never giving my opinion. So I will make sure, let me scroll back up to the top so I can reread the question. And then I'm going to give you my opinion. Alejandro, okay, facts. Yes, indeedy. I give to the needy, not the greedy. I like hearing other people's views. It helps me grow. Me too, the Johnsons. And it also gives me a chance to, I'm not surprised when I hear and see certain things if I've already heard it numerous times from other people. And so, yes, I think it's a very healthy exercise. And as I'm scrolling back up to the top, you guys can go over to the Soapbox Heroes page on Facebook, on YouTube, not Facebook. Well, if you're on Facebook, please go over there too. Hit the like, but go over to YouTube, hit the subscribe. We're trying to build our YouTube community. It's a little bit wider of a range. Maybe we could talk to some more people because Facebook limits you to your friends and your friends' friends. YouTube delivers you to the world. Okay. Do wealthy celebrities have a responsibility to give back to their communities? My answer would be yes, if your community helped you. And if your community didn't help you, then that's a complete, either way it goes, it's a decision of your own. But I feel like if your community helped you and if your community was there for you, then I would say yes. Personally, I would feel as if I had a responsibility. But I do think that we're kind of overstating what our community does for everybody. As in community, I don't know if there's a lot of communities that come together to help people make it as a whole, as a collective community. Now, as far as your family, friends, and people when you're interior, yeah, that's different. But I don't know how many car washes and how many community drives and fundraisers I've seen to send kids to college. So I don't know. I think maybe we overstate what we're doing as a community a little bit. But I do think if your community helps you, then yeah. And I do think personally, whether somebody helps me or not, I would give back to the community regardless. That's just me. But if somebody don't, I can't find it within myself to hate them for not. What Bobby Brown say? It's your prerogative. He didn't say yo, but you know, you can do what you want to do. All right, y'all. So now look, I wanted to go ahead and move on and get into something else. There's a principal right here in Houston, Texas. I spoke about this earlier in the week. No, I spoke about it last week, I think when it first happened. And the principal implemented a dress code for the parents. All right. So now what you got angry parents, and then you have parents that agree. I've seen different angles being put on it. Some people say that they think it directly is targeted toward the Black community. I've seen other people saying, how is that possible when the school has different races of people and there isn't a racial stipulation within the policy? So I've seen both sides of it. I've been listening to it. I just want to catch you guys up on a little bit of what's going on here. Let you guys get a little bit more background about the lady herself, because I do feel like sometimes we talk about people and we don't know about people. Cherie Jenkins, I give back to kids. Yes, and that is very commendable. That's very commendable. I do believe that's a way of shaping lives and helping somebody grow, because that's a show I want to do too as well. Are adults, are we too callous to change? Are we too calloused to change? So yes, Cherie, giving back to the kids, that's a beautiful thing, and I you deserve to be commended for that. So yeah, you guys, I'm going to get into it. They had a meeting the other night, a meeting with the parents and the school board, and it was a meeting. It was a loud meeting, full of emotion, things of that nature. Let me let you guys check it out. And if you can't hear when I'm playing it, let me know. I could turn it up.
The media was not allowed inside the PTO meeting, but I did talk to a couple parents that trickled out of the PTO meeting, and they gave us their side of things. Well, they say they did talk about the dress code, but they also talked about other major issues, and it was a very heated meeting.
The meeting started at 6, and as you can see, it's almost 9 o'clock. It was a very heated, everybody wanted to speak.
Madison High School parent Tanika Thomas says Tuesday's PTO meeting was a big mix of concerns, mainly dealing with students' education. There were many issues on hand.
There's a lot going on.
Some parents like her did say they are frustrated with the way the new principal, Carlota Brown, is handling certain situations like the parent dress code. She wishes it could have been discussed instead of forcing it upon them.
She's handling it like in your face.
I hope that they would understand what I'm trying to do.
This month, Principal Brown sent a letter to parents explaining a new dress code policy after she said some were showing up and revealing clothing. To name a few, the parents' dress code explains no pajamas, no shower caps, no hair rollers. Other parents are backing her up 100%.
I mean, I don't have an issue with it because I feel like if you're coming to the school to conduct business, then you should dress like you're coming to conduct business, not like you're going hanging out at your friend's house or something.
Casey Lewis explained that some students have even been bullied because of the way their parents dress. And now that this has made national headlines, she hopes this sets an example for other schools.
All right. I hope that's giving you guys a little bit of background of what's going on. That was the meeting. And like I said, I look for things that show both sides. So you heard parents. Let me stop that. So you heard parents on both sides. You heard parents on both sides, and you guys, let me know what you think. What do you think? Do you think that the principal is wrong for implementing a dress code on parents? The dress code says no tight leggings unless you have a long t-shirt on. No Daisy Dukes showing your buttocks. No bonnets, no sagging, no exposed cleavage. Let me show you guys something else. This is her speaking in the first place, talking about why she decided to implement the dress code. Again, we hear it from everybody else. Let's hear it from the principal herself.
The first incident was a mother who came in and she had a see-through blouse and you could see her breasts and nipples. The second incident was another person who came in and she had a thong on and the jeans were low riding, but she went and got a jacket, so that was fine. So the third incident was the mother with the nightshirt on. It wasn't so much what was on her head, it was the nightshirt. And so we have impressionable young men and we have men here. And she was not told that she couldn't register her child. She just couldn't register her child with what she had on. She could have put on some jeans, a sweatsuit, sweatpants, something. Because we have stairs and the registrar's office is upstairs, and she would have had to have gone upstairs to register, and the students are out and about at the school, and so I cannot have people walking amongst my students and they're inappropriately dressed.
Okay, Nasha, I don't know why you can't hear. For some reason, I can hear it on this end. Oh, you know, I can hear it on YouTube. Maybe one of my Facebook settings isn't set. Let me check and make sure. I'll give you a brief overview of what she said. She said it started because she said she gave 3 incidents. She said the first incident, a woman came and she was wearing some low-cut Daisy Dukes, and you could see her thong. She was saying you could see her thong and you could see her buttocks. But she said, but she had a jacket in the car, so it was okay once she put on a jacket. She said another lady came in and she had on a see-through blouse, completely see-through. She said you could see her breast completely down to her nipples. She also said, and she said the last one was the woman that came that actually went to the news and reported it, was a woman. She said she came in a nightgown and a head wrap, a towel on her head. And so she said that it wasn't so much what she had on her head, it was the night, she said the night shirt she had on, the nightgown. And so she said those were the reasons she felt as if she had to implement the policy. So I'm sorry if you couldn't hear on Facebook. Okay, I'm sorry if you can't hear on Facebook. Let me work on that real quick. The Johnsons, I seen you. You said you the other day you had to rush to the school in some pajama pants, and they asked you if them was pajama pants. You said, yup. What would you have done if they said, go home? What would you go do, the Johnsons? Spotlight's on you. I think I know what you would have told them. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Working on this Facebook sound because I got another clip. Cherie Jenkins, she's right, because some come to school in any kind of way. Yep. And she was saying that they have impressionable young boys there. And she said, and they have men that work there. And she says that, you know, she doesn't think that that's good for the impressionable young boys to be seeing mothers dressed that way. I know in high school, your hormones kick in. You going through some things. You trying to figure some things out. So yeah, I can see it. The Johnsons, kiss my A. If they try me, wrong way. If they try you the wrong way, yeah. Hey, I understand if you got to get up and handle your business real quick. I get that too. There's always more than one side to a story. Get back over here. Let me get on Facebook and make sure that my mic sounds nice. So my mic sounds nice, but when I play the video, you can't hear. All right, I'm gonna try again. I got another video for you guys. This was on the local news in Houston. Yes, I got all boys. And they be looking. We're going to have Nasha jump on in a second. Tell us what she think. All right, you guys, I think the issue I got going on here is No, there we
How are you
go.
going to discriminate against your own people? Because we know who's wearing the sunbonnets into school. Well, how are you going to tell me I can't pick up my own damn kids? Are you crazy? I'm not saying you should have your butt out. Of course, you shouldn't have your butt out with the torn jeans, with the coochie cutters on, as we call them, whatever. But don't talk about the hair. Just relax, Miss Carlotta. That's how I feel about that. Listen, I'm picking up my kid. You don't know what I do for a living. You don't know how hard I work. Maybe trying to keep my hair pristine for my job that requires my hair to be perfectly permed and pressed. Just don't do that. Say what you want about the coochie cutters, but not the hair. That's where I'm at too.
All right, so they're not mad about anything else but them bonnets. She said, I don't care about nothing else, but don't tell me I can't wear no bonnet. Don't come for my hair. Saying don't come for the hair. I could dig it. What about y'all? Nasha, I'm about to send you the link here in a hot second. Not a cold second, a hot second. And let me know if you guys didn't hear that on Facebook, jump over to YouTube. Yeah, jump over to YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and log out of Facebook because when I play clips, for some reason, you guys aren't hearing the sound. Yeah, you guys aren't hearing the sound. And so I'll give a brief synopsis of that clip before I jump off over here on the Facebooks. She was saying basically, she was saying that, hey, I don't care about nothing else in this policy, but you can't tell me nothing about my hair. If I want to wear a bonnet because I need to keep my hair pristine for my job or something like that, you have no room right there. So that's what she feel about the hair. All right, Facebook, I'm going to get out of here. You guys go over to the YouTube channel. It's the Soapbox Heroes channel on YouTube. I'm about to bring Nasha on here in a second. But yeah, and if you guys couldn't hear the sound on that last video or the first one, I'm sorry. I tried to fill you in. Come check us out. We out of here. YouTube, hold tight. Don't let go. I ain't going nowhere to the tube. All right, the broadcast to Facebook Live has stopped. Cool in the gang. Cool in the gang. Joseph Howard, what's up, bro? What's up, man? It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. Joe always got some good game to kick. Some good game. Good game to kick, Nasha. I'm about to shoot you the email right now. I'm gonna send it to you on Facebook. Let me stop the screen share so I don't give away all your information. I don't want to cause no irritation by giving away your information. Oh man. Yeah, so what do you guys think about the principal and her policy? What do you think? What do you think? She got an award on the Ellen show last year. You guys should go check it out and see about her a little bit. She got a Hero Educator Award for all the work that she's done. She's also implemented this policy at another school, and it worked. And it worked. So she has implemented before, and it worked. She also has programs for misfortunate kids. So she actually does a lot. She does a lot in the community, even aside from being the principal. And also, that was the high school that she went to. So putting all that in context and in perspective, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What's wrong with the bonnet though? For real, for real. I don't even wear them, but my girls do. Yeah, the Johnsons, I think that's the biggest bone of contention is them bonnets. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can, maybe the principal need to understand that somebody can have a fashionable bonnet. I'm sure somebody can make a fashion bonnet. Go find your favorite clothing designer and have them put they logo on a bonnet. Then you could tell her, this is high fashion. This is what I'm supposed to have on. All right, Nasha Nay. Ooh, Nasha Nay. I just sent you the link. Jump over in the queue so we can see what it do. Nasha gonna be on here in a second, you guys. Nasha's gonna be on in a second. So let me get my screen back up. I got something else that I actually did want to show you guys on the topic. Oh, wow. Got something else I want to show you because I do want to give an objective view of the whole situation regarding the principal. Give you guys a fair, objective view. All right. Got something else I want to show you because okay. Got the screen up. I'll be having to make sure my sound is on. No, that's not what I'm trying to show you guys. That was today's Facebook question. I asked that about an hour or two ago. 94. Man, what y'all in there talking about? Women, do y'all need a man to feel complete? Keep it 100. But look, that's not what we talking about today. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Talk about that mañana. Oh, yeah, man. See, I dumped the Facebook, and even my videos is playing crisper. All right, you guys, check this out. This is the last piece talking about the principal and her policy. But I do want you guys to see a little about the principal so you know exactly who it is that we're talking about. So let me give you a little background on her. Let's play it.
For their Thanks a Billion campaign, it's about showing appreciation to our teachers, and here's how we're going to help. We're about to surprise an amazing principal in Carlotta, Texas. She works 7 days a week, dedicating her life to her students who are mostly poor or homeless. So Jeannie is at the school right now. We're about to surprise them. Hi, Jeannie.
300 students inside because she thinks
they got 300 students inside an auditorium. She thinks she's getting a surprise. Or no, she thinks they're having something in the auditorium. All right, y'all. I guess they don't want me to show you her hero educator moment, but let me explain it to you. She got an award for being a hero educator. They gave her a check. Well, they donated money to her foundation. And like I said, right there, they were talking about how she works 24 hours a day mainly for poor kids and homeless kids. And she got the Hero Educator Award. Let me see what we could do. I see you, Nasha. More. We're about to have Nasha on the pop-up. Let me slow that down. What's up, Nasha?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's your day?
It was good.
It was good.
Great day.
It was a what? A day?
It was a wonderful day, actually.
Why was it a wonderful day?
Because I got an interview with somebody so amazing from My Favorite Dollhouse, this show.
Did you?
Yes.
So how did you get the interview?
I opened my mouth. No, she was doing a live and I chopped on it because I like listening to her talk about writing books because I'm working on a book right now. And I just was like, I wanted to ask her and I kind of stalk her. So she said yes, and I'm excited and it's amazing.
Okay. Well, look, did it take courage to ask her? Did you have to get over any type of fear, or was it something that you already are good at doing?
No, it's something I had to overcome because that's not something I would normally do. I would want to, I'd wish it, and then it would never happen. What happened? And then it won't happen.
Nasha out there being mama of the year. Nasha over there being mama of the year. All right, Nasha. So look, what do you think about the principal and her dress code? As a mother, how do you feel about a principal saying that you can't come in bonnets, you can't come in Daisy Dukes, you can't come in jeans with holes ripped out the back, you can't come with super tight spandex unless you have a long t-shirt covering your buttocks? And I think that part is, I'm not gonna lie, living out here in Houston, you do see it. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that alone. But as a mother, what do you think?
As a mother and a teacher, I kind of agree with her on some things because, we're representations of our children. And I don't even want to go on the fact about boys being impressionable. I just want, the representations showing up in Daisy Dukes or show like a shirt with all of you out. It doesn't make any sense. You're dropping a kid off at the school. Why can't you just put a regular t-shirt on? As far as the bonnets and everything else goes, she's right. She could be in the middle trying to go to somewhere, or, I've been late dropping my kids off before when I wasn't working. So I just got bombarded. I've been late to school, so I would just like go and run in my pajamas real fast and drop them off. I'm not going up there in like the shortest thing that I own, but I think it's more of a respect for the overall school.
The baby want to play.
Yes, he wants to play right now.
That's what they do. So you're saying it's about having some respect, but you don't get the bonnet part. What about the fact that she a lot of people are saying that she rushed to implement the policy, that she didn't really give the parents a chance to know about it. She came to school, she handed them a piece of paper, and that was it.
I think she probably should have held a conference and then took the time to sit and talk to these parents and explain to them why she felt uncomfortable for it, because people are already jumping to conclusions about her. And like I said, I understand where she's coming from, but not a lot of people have a sense of understanding. So they're going to look at it as an attack, like, oh, you're attacking me as a person because I decided to wear this one day. And then everyone is kind of taking, offense to it. Oh, you're targeting this person, you're targeting that person. When overall, I think she just wants respect for everyone. And like she said, I was reading the letter earlier about one part made me laugh so hard was about you gotta have something close up to your behind. If it doesn't go past your behind, then you shouldn't be wearing it. And she sounds like a mom, like, you shouldn't be wearing this. We should have more respect for yourself, for your kids, for everyone, mainly for yourself, so your kids can see that. So I get that.
Right. And what she said about the bonnet, she actually made a statement about the bonnets. And I might be paraphrasing a little bit here, but she says that in her household, they didn't grow up going outside in bonnets. She said they didn't even wear bonnets in her house. Now, I know that might be a personal thing to her household, because I do know a lot of women who do wear bonnets.
Yeah.
And especially being down here with the humid weather. So yeah. Would that be your only bone of contention as the bonnets?
Yeah, I don't see a big deal about the bonnets. I really don't, because I've worn a bonnet outside the house because I just got my hair done and I needed to go pick up my daughter from school. And I really didn't care if people thought, oh my gosh, she's in a bonnet. Like, I feel like that's more of a personal thing. But the booty shorts and everything, yeah, I understand. The bonnet thing, I really don't. I don't get that part.
All right, so everything but the bonnet, and you think that she could have took her time to roll it out a little bit easier.
Or I had a conference, or sent a letter home first or something. I think she was trying to do it so it didn't happen the next day. But it kind of the backlash kind of hit her pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, look, this is she ended up implementing it so fast because she had a parent come to register her daughter, and the parent had on a orange, like a head wrap, which I read in other publications was a towel, and a t-shirt with Marilyn Monroe on it that came up what that looked like, about 7-8 inches up above her knee.
Yeah.
So the principal told her that she couldn't register her child while wearing that. And so she went to the news and told them that. And then it seems like she hurried up and came out with the policy, well, the paperwork for the policy. And so, that was the background to it. And she said the other incidents that led up to it was a lady that came in Daisy Dukes and her thong was showing. She said she could see her butt. And she sent her back to the car and she had a long shirt. So she said that was fine. Then she said the second incident was a lady that came in and she had a see-through shirt on and you could see her breast and her areolas. Let me give the what is that called, the anatomically correct term for it? Her areolas. And so she said that was, then she said, then this third lady came with right here on the screen. Make it a little bit bigger. This one right here, Jocelyn Lewis. She said that when she came, she said, no, I just can't do it. And again, and you know what else is interesting, Nasha? I think I might have mentioned it earlier. This principal went to this high school and she's also implemented this policy at other schools and it was successful.
Okay.
And so, yeah. And so, you know.
Sorry. For me personally, I think when I saw that picture right now, I can hear my grandmother in my head going, she looked bad and she knows she do. That looks just, look at her. But I can hear it because my grandmother was teaching me that a woman shouldn't leave the house looking like that because she's a representation of who she's bringing with her. And if she's coming up to school looking like that, it kind of implicates that she could be lazy in some sorts and, not caring about her appearance. And it just kind of, this domino effect's created. Well, if she can come up here like that, then we're going to come up here how many schools has she done that to besides that one?
I think she's done it at one other school. And things like this have been done at other schools in different areas as well. Not just here in HSID, not just here in Houston, but throughout the country, there's been other places who have implemented dress codes for parents. Yeah. And so it's not a first, but I think it was the bonnets. You can't be messing with the hair. You can't mess with the hair.
I went to a private school where they had the exact same rules. So where I understand her, it was because it was a Christian school though, so they were more of a representation of you with God. But I do have my aunt. She just showed up one day and she was in really short booty shorts and a crop top, and they were about to give her. They thought she was a student because she looked so young, and they were about to give her a referral because of how she was dressed, because it wasn't right. And then they had to pull her to the side and explain to her why it's not appropriate for her to dress like that, especially around all her students, because the impression that she can leave on them. She was really mad about it when we left, but I understood why they said, because they wanted all the parents to act like that, and the representation of the school and the parent and all that different stuff. So, but the bonding thing is still.
Well, the pushback, what people would say to that, I would guess, is that was a private school and this is a public school. So that's part of the pushback I'm hearing is people say, well, we pay taxes for you to educate our children, not legislate my clothing. But and so like I said, I'm trying to give a little bit of both sides here just to paint the picture correctly. Now, on the radio last Friday, I brought up the question and I asked the two gentlemen that I was doing. I do a show out here with the legendary Cooper, and
I got chicken.
I want some chicken. No, hold on.
I got chicken.
What kind of chicken you got? What kind of chicken you got? Let me have some.
Chicken.
Let me have some. Where the barbecue sauce?
No, my chicken.
You do like chicken? You eating it?
No.
I want some chicken. I'm about to eat
My
some chicken.
chicken.
I want some chicken, but you won't let me have none.
Eat my chicken. Dang it.
He's outspoken.
Chicken.
As he should be. If that's who he is, that's who he is.
Oh,
People
yeah.
said I was outspoken growing up. Now sometimes they say I talk too much, even when I don't say anything. But- all right, Nasha. So yeah, so you agree. So again, break it down. You agree with her except on the implementation and on the fact that the bonnet.
Yeah. I like I said, I think it's just she's more concerned about the representation. And that's probably just what it is. It's just more because she's saying it's the impression on the men and the male staff and the male students. And, like if you're coming up to school with your whole goodies out and little boys see that and, they got hormones, like you said, I'm going to be looking too. Because why are you up here looking like that? Like it's not a free show. So I think that's probably what it more is. It's just the representation. Like I said, I think the bonnet thing is that too.
Let me ask you one more question, and then we're gonna move to the left. Some people are saying there's a racial implication, saying that it's targeting black women or black people. Oh yeah, and sagging is part of the policy. Do you feel as if there's a racial tone to it, or that she's trying to go and target black women and black people in general?
I don't think it's a target thing, personally, in my opinion. I feel like if you really want to know, a lot of men and women don't dress like how they used to. And it was more of an attire where it was I can't even think of the word right now. They dressed nice. Men dress a certain way. They look like men. This is just what I heard. Women, they dress, to cover themselves because.
Take note. This is what I heard.
But no, from my grandmother, because I grew up with a woman that was very secure within herself, and she didn't like the way men dress nowadays, and she didn't like the way women dress nowadays because she felt like men disgraced themselves every time they sagged their pants, and she felt like women who wore low-cut things that they were giving too much away to men or letting them see too much. It was more of a show. And so she thought it wasn't classy. That was the word I couldn't think of. But
okay.
I think she's, I don't really personally don't like sagging pants on a man at all, but to each his own. It kind of looks sloppy.
I got a right to sag down to my kneecaps, but let me give it to you. This is what I think. I don't think that I don't think it's actually I don't think she's targeting black people. And weird as it sounds, I have seen people of other races out here wear bonnets because of the weather. It's very humid down here in Houston, Texas at different parts of the year. And so you will see other races of people wear a bonnet for the same reason that a black woman might wear a bonnet, to keep the frizz from freezing. And so there's other students at that school aside from black people. And so I don't think this time it's a complete racial overtone. I honestly think that she really just cares for the children, and she's trying to set a good example. She wants them to set a good example as parents, and that's what she said. She says, as parents, you're your kids' first teacher, and so she's just trying to show them how to be responsible in different situations, or to be appropriate for every situation. So this time, I don't think it has the intention of going after you on it. But hey, that's just what I think. Hey, Nasha, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Hey, let everybody know again where they can follow you. And hey, what's up with this interview? I want to see it. You gonna let us know when you're gonna have it?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for her or her PR to email me back. My YouTube channel's on. It's called Paper Doll Houses. And it's for a representation of women. Basically, I'm trying to help out a lot of women who've gone through a lot of things mentally.
Wait, why you don't want to help us?
I do want to help you guys. I originally did have it aspect towards, so I cannot think right now. My kid is like running around trying to chase the dog. No, I want to help out a lot of women because I feel like they're the cradle of civilization and they make and create, our next generation. And it has nothing to do with I don't have anything bad against men. I feel like men need a place to kind of vent to too. They need a place to go, especially when they're depressed. I take on any cases. I don't have my PhD yet. I'm working on it, but I do give free therapy to men and women who are going through a lot of trials and tribulations. The reason for Paper Doll Houses, though, was because I've seen a lot of women who have struggled throughout the years, and it's really hard because they don't have a decent partner that's helping them. They make a child, their mind frame creates the child is growing, and there's a lot of single mothers out here that need to raise young men and young women to be self-sufficient on their own. So my goal is I want everyone to hear what these women have gone through. And then maybe if we get to see an inside look in their brain, maybe things might change around for the whole generation. The loop can get broke. So that's kind of why I targeted women with the case with Paper Doll Houses. So
Okay. All right, Nasha. Hey, I like that a lot. And, I really like bringing people together and letting them talk, giving people a place. Sometimes people just need an outlet, a place to be able to let them express themselves. And I do believe we have a lot of thinkers. We have a lot of very talented people that sometimes just need a platform. But hey, besides that, what do y'all got going over here on Facebook? Let me hold on before we jump off. I got to get off here in a second. I got a date tonight. And I'm going to eat some chicken. And do not stereotype me for liking chicken. Everybody like chicken. Don't believe the hype. Hey, 96 comments. It's only been like an hour and a half. What's going on over here, Nasha? Women, do y'all need a man to feel complete? Keep it 100. What's going on over there?
It got interesting.
It got interesting. All right, we're gonna chop that up tomorrow. Like I said, and if you know what? You want to come on and talk about that? And Nasha, we're putting together a panel. Well, you know what? I'll talk to you offline. But yeah, you guys, we're putting together the panel. If you don't know what Soapbox Heroes is, we do a lot of debates. We do a lot of discussions where we have opposing views. We have people come on, discuss those opposing views. We talk about it. You know what I mean? And the whole goal, again, is to show people what other people think. We do it in a respectful manner. I do not bump my gums whatsoever. I'm objective and I just moderate. The whole idea, again, is to let everybody speak. We also do things where people come on every now and then and do spoken word. We do a thing called sound offs where we have people come on, say what's on their heart, say what's on their minds, and they take questions from the they take questions from the comments. And so that's what we do. And right now, what we about to do is get out of here. Thank you, Nasha.
Maybe one day you'll let me come on and do Paper Doll Houses.
When you want to do it?
Whenever you want me to. It's a poem based off of. So.
All right, I'm gonna talk to you. I'll call you tomorrow. I'll get with you, send you a message or something, and we'll set it up. But I would definitely like you to do it. And if anybody else want to do something like that, that is what we do. This is not about me. It's about us. And so I just wanted to say that for people who never don't know what we're about. That's what we're about. We try to bring different news from a objective perspective for you to see and to talk about. We've been doing it a little over a year now. We were doing it on Facebook. Now we're moved over to the tubes. So thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. If you haven't subscribed, hit the notification. Hey, and I do need you too. We're trying to do that discussion on what do women want from men in 2019. Because as I'm about to go eat this chicken and go on my hot date, you guys be confusing me. Peace.